Good day, each and everyone. This is Mrs. Leonida Escasuco, a Master Teacher 1 from Norsaguray National High School. Mathematics has been in the spotlight during the last few weeks as the COVID-19 pandemic has spread across the world with devastating consequences. Open up a news website and you will be presented with graphs and charts like never before. Today, I will cite 5 points regarding the importance of mathematics in the midst of pandemic. First, to determine the percentage or the number of COVID-19 positive patients. Pandemic, commonly known as COVID-19 virus, agitate as early this year. Many of us panic because we are trying not to be infected and become positive. Mathematics plays a vital role in finding out the percentage or the number of COVID-19 patients. The local government unit or the LGU's task is to state the actual population of their territory. And from that, mathematics is present. To determine the percentage of infected in one city, the number of infected is simply divided by the total population and then multiply it by 100%, which is basically math. Second, to determine the number of days a person must be quarantined to prevent the spread of virus. After determining the number of patients or infected persons, another role of the LGU is to quarantine the positive ones to prevent the spread of virus. The number of days a person must be quarantined is determined with the help of medical practitioners based from experiments and data. 14 days quarantine is needed to be sure that virus is gone, which is again a number and therefore mathematics. Third, the number of days the schools, restaurants, and non-essential shops lock down to prevent more people get infected. Closing of establishments like malls, restaurants, non-essential shops, and most importantly, schools, really add to the anxiety of the Filipino people, us. The Honorable President Duterte provided safety measures. You have heard of ECQ, Emergency Community Quarantine, of MECQ, the Modified Emergency Community Quarantine. They were the precautionary measures that he thought of and the rest of his cabinet to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The number of days locked down or closed the aforementioned establishments based on the number of infected individuals on a certain place. The more the infected persons, the longer it will be locked down and vice versa. And again, this is mathematics. Ratio and proportion to be exact. The fourth one, I cited the comparison of the previous influenza virus to the coronavirus that we have nowadays. Realizations came out also during the pandemic that every decade or country, a pandemic will come out. In this 20th century, we experienced the coronavirus. The gap of centuries, decades, is a simple example of sequence, which is definitely mathematics. Fifth, the appropriate learning modality best suited for a student. The Department of Education avoid the close down of schools during pandemic. A survey with regards to the learning modalities appropriate for the students was laid down to the parents, students, and teachers as to determine the one that will fit them. The learning modalities are online learning, modular approach, and blended learning. The survey itself is mathematics and the computation of results. Once things return to normal, mathematics teachers, like me, will be able to talk about the role which mathematics play in the current crisis, highlighting how important mathematical modeling is to government decisions. Let's see, for example, the engineer who stopped from doing racing cars or designing racing cars and started working on technology that will help COVID-19 outbreak. As nurses and doctors calculates medicine doses, they need mathematics as they risk their lives on the front line. Mathematics is helping in every area of this crisis. And as teacher talk to their students, they will need to be mindful that some students will have suffered personally from the crisis, but from a prolonged period of isolation and also potentially from losing loved ones or having parents who are struggling financially. In the meantime, we teachers are busy working to support our students through this pandemic, either by teaching the students or key workers, by providing online teaching support from home. In the future, when lockdown measures are lifted and schools reopen, mathematics teachers will play a crucial role in rebuilding the confidence of their students and helping them to achieve their ambitions. The year 2020 will be an interesting year to start out as a new teacher. But there will be also extra opportunities to make a difference in the education of students who have had their schooling interrupted. The year 2020 brought out a numerous problems that made us panic, anxious, and restless. But always remember that our dear Lord will not give problems that we cannot solve. Just like mathematics, all problems can be solved. Good day, everyone. This is your resource speaker, Mrs. Leonida S. Casuco.